All right, there we go. I see we've got loads of folk complaining. Oh, you're late, you're late. Okay, so I've got Severio, good vibes. Valdo's watching. Hi, Valdo, how's it going? 1 minute late. Craig's laughing at them already, sleeping apparently. And yeah, awesome. Yeah, cool. I was actually a bit worried. Um, I was a little bit worried about this because I was just thinking like, oh, have I got this set to the right time zone? So yeah, I was a little bit worried about this. Because I was like, right, was this when I set it to 7 for the schedule? Did I accidentally set it to 7 ECT, or was it, or what? Did I actually remember to change it to GMT? But apparently I did. Changed it to GMT, so it's all good. So you guys, I don't know I can't remember what I said in the recent videos. The plan was actually to be back in Sweden on the 11th of January. Was it? So it was on Sunday. Was that the 10th or was it the 11th? I think it was the 10th actually. Yeah, no, sorry, it was the 10th. Brain's not working. But yeah, strange thing happened there. Got my COVID test on the Friday before I flew. Denmark, the thing on Ryanair, they said, oh, you don't have to have a COVID test in Denmark if you're just transiting through, which was what I was going to do to go to Sweden. And then got to the airport and they said, oh, you've not got a COVID test within 24 hours. You're not getting on the plane. I had one from 48 hours because the Swedes were asking for 72 hours. Just a pain. But Ryanair were not in possession of the right information, apparently. So, yeah, need to see about that. So, yeah, Ryanair being a pain in the hole as usual, but I got a good. I think I'll know next time to either go with. I usually go with Norwegian or EasyJet, whichever one. But yeah, usually it's Norwegian actually. But yeah, I went Ryanair this time just because I got a good deal. That was it. Mm. Mm. So this time, I'm not on the Cola Zero or the Pepsi Max. I'm on good old Bars Cola, Bars Scottish Cola. So, aye, that's it. That's it. But yeah, so today we actually have 3 boxes. So 1, 2, and 3. There you go. So yeah, my order from Trembling Madness was so big that it got put in 2 boxes. So why not? Why not? Quite a lot of English beer this time, and I was just kind of like, well, not home that often. Why not? And I've got another like two and a bit weeks or so before. I've got 2 or so weeks over before I go back. So I just thought, well, why not? I can review beers quite fast when I've got my dad to try them with me because he drinks about half of it as well. I quite like that. I like having the smaller portion of the beer just to try. So as I say, why not? Why not? So a few more comments just before we get started. Valdo thinks I really was trapped. Always the risk. Evening. 8 p.m. here, will be, and StreamYard usually updates automatically. Didn't know that. Okay. Right, well, let's kick off on this then. So, I ended up making 2 small orders, and this was another place I hadn't heard of before. I actually can't remember who it was that recommended this to me. It might actually have been Adam. I honestly don't know. Might well have been Adam, but it could have been. It might have been Jake or something. Or it could have been Bullman. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, so I got 6 beers from All Good Beer, and mainly the reason I got 6 was because there was one that I wanted, and that's always what happens. You had to get over. I think there was a limit for free postage. I think it was anything over £25. I got free postage, so I just went for it. Why not? So yeah, or am I telling lies? Did I pay a few pounds for postage? I could well have. I always try to avoid paying for postage and just, if there are limits for it, I just go for that because then it means you buy more beer. But that's the intention that these places have with these schemes. But yeah, this one comes from All Good Beer, who I actually can't remember where these guys were from. But they had one of the beers that I wanted. So yeah, why not? And how the hell do I open this thing? Is it Yeah, it is down the middle. This knife is pretty old, so it's a good box opener. And there is the join. There we are. Yep, there we go. Got you. Right, box number 1 then, guys. Oh, and I see we've got Herbin coming in as well. Nice to see you, Herbin. Nice to see you. There we go. Saying hello to each other, and there we are. Very nice, very nice. Okay, guys, so yeah, next unboxing. This unboxing here. So, I was surprised. I think ended up with 3 beer boxes today. Oh, so this is quite nicely packed. Look at that. Quite different, actually, compared to some of the things you'll get from the other people. But yeah, oh, this will be the bottle. This will be the bottle. And this is one that I'm actually very curious about. So, this first one then. Braybrook Brewery, who are specialising in lagers. Smells a little bit farty, that actually. But yeah, you can see Braybrook Brewery, Helles Lager. This one should be quite nice. As you guys know, I've been going through a little bit of a lager phase, so this one was a case of why not. I actually wanted to get Utopian Brewery as well, but I couldn't get them. Couldn't get them, sadly. So yes, let's have a look at the next one then. This is the one. This is the main reason I made this second little order. So yeah, Burnt Mill and Mikkeller. Burnt Mill and Mikkeller. Let me just turn off this second light, because then it's a little bit better. So yes, as you can see, this is the main one that I wanted. So this this one was pretty good. So Burnt Mill, Mikkeller, The Weight of Brunch. So yeah, I thought this one might be some kind of take on the famous brunch stouts from Mikkeller. So Burnt Mill, I've not had a dark beer from these guys. That was the main motivation behind getting this one. So yeah, that should be very nice. This box actually reeks, by the way. It's fucking stinking. It actually is. That's bad. That is bad. What are they actually doing in these factories, man? That stinks. Don't know what the hell's going on with that. Need to move that too. Yeah, that really is bad. Yeah, so if you're watching from All Good Beer, you know, maybe check the smell of your boxes first. It's actually stinking. Yeah. So beer number 3 then. What is this one? Yes. Right. This is a brewery that I've been hearing good things about. I can't remember the last time I reviewed a beer from them, but one brewery that are fairly close to Craig, who's watching. So Brew by Numbers 55 double IPA, Mosaic and Nelson. So yeah, curious to see how this one turns out. Actually, I think this one will be pretty solid. Actually, I saw a wee while ago in Kiosk in Copenhagen, they had an Amarillo double IPA, which I really wanted because I love the big orangey leaning IPAs, as you'll know. But then this is one, I saw that this website had Brew by Numbers. The House of Trembling Madness don't have Brew by Numbers. And I just thought, well, I want to have a beer from these guys because I haven't in a little while. So it'd be nice to feature these guys on the channel once again. So this one, Mosaic and Nelson Sauvin. Can't really go wrong with that combination. But yeah, 8.2% ABV this one. I think that one will be pretty damn nice, actually. So yeah, that's beer number 3 from these guys. Number 4 then. I'm trying to remember what I bought from them, actually. Yeah, this was another beer that just kind of caught my eye, actually, because it's a style that you don't see all that often anymore. So this one is Howling Hops from Hackney in London. There's quite a few good breweries down in London these days, but this one is called We Buy Teeth, and it is an American brown ale, 5.5% ABV. As I've told you on the channel, but probably not for a while, I used to love Brooklyn Brown, and I just saw the name of this, I thought it was funny, and I saw that it was an American brown ale, so I was just like, well, I need to get over the limit, why not? There we go, the limit for free postage. So yeah, 5.5% of this American brown ale. So yeah, that is beer number 4. This next one, the next one here, this is, Yeah, this is a brewery that's been on the channel a good few times before. Verdant Brewing Company. Are they from? Are they? Am I remembering right? Falmouth in Cornwall. But yeah, this is a Nelson Sauvin Pilsner, the New Zealand Pilsner from Verdant Brewing. As you know, again, part of my lager phase that I've been going through. I thought this would be very nice to try. I've not had a Pilsner or a lager beer from Verdant yet. Mainly IPAs that these guys are known for, of course. And I've got another Verdant beer that you'll see a little bit later on, which again is a bit different from the stuff that I've had from them before. But yeah, New Zealand Pilsner, Nelson Sauvin. There we go. That will be very nice to try, I'm sure. And then our last one, I'm trying to remember what this is. I don't know. I actually cannot remember for sure. Yeah. This is one that I've heard is very, very good. So Lost and Grounded, who are from not far away from Craig, if I remember rightly. These guys. Oh no, these are from. Who is it that I'm thinking of? Is it Time and Tide that are closer to Craig? I think it must be. But yeah, Lost and Grounded. These guys are from Bristol. Great beer city these days, incidentally. The Keller Pils, hop bitter lager beer. This one. So yeah, 4.8% beer. This one. I'm really looking forward to this. I think I paid a little bit more than I should have for it, to be honest. I think I paid like £3.50, and the guys were telling me you can get it for like £2 something in Waitrose. But is that a 440 milliliter can, guys? You know, is it a 440 that you'd pay £2 odds for? I would have thought you'd pay at least £3 for something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's cheap. To be honest with you, it is cheap compared to the Scandinavian prices, so I'm not complaining too much on that front. But yeah, those are your 6 beers, and I think this will be my first beer ever from Lost and Grounded, come to think of it. So yeah, I think that's a pretty nice little selection from All Good Beer, actually, as a first little beer order. I need to keep these guys in mind if there's specific things that I want. So yeah, just to recap, Braybrook Lager, Hellas Lager, 4.2% ABV. Brew by Numbers 55 double IPA. Nelson, Mosaic and Nelson, 8.2%. And then the We Buy Teeth American Brown Ale, 5.5% ABV. Verdant, New Zealand Pilsner. Yep. The Burnt Mill Mikkeller, the Weight of Brunch, Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout with coffee, 10% ABV. That was the reason why I made this order, because just as I was about to buy, House of Trembling Madness ran out of it. Bastards. And then this one, Lost and Grounded, Keller Pils. So yeah, that's a nice little 6-pack from these guys, actually. Bit disappointed I couldn't get Utopian, as I say, but from what I gather, you kind of have to just order. You just have to kind of order those from the brewery itself. So yeah, a few more comments actually. Valdo's saying that no postage seems to work to let people order more beer, especially you. Yep, it encourages me. It's bad actually. It does encourage me. All good beer are out of Hackney in London. I didn't realise. Who was it that told me of that then? Who was it that told me where to look at these guys? I honestly can't remember. But they deliver to craft pubs locally when they're open. Awesome. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, Time and Tide are close to Craig. I always mix Time and Tide and Lost and Grounded up. I don't know why I do that. Probably just because I've not actually reviewed beers from either of those guys before. That's probably the reason. You guys talk about them all the time on the streams. Purple James is back. Yeah, Purple James is back. Yeah. Always. I don't know what that is. But yeah, Angus K. I'm still hoping. Oh, yeah, you asked for that, didn't you? I need to have a look at that and see. Because the thing is, you would have to buy a pack, and I would just never drink it. Give it to I'll tell you what, buy a pack of it and give the rest of it to my cousin. He'll drink it. Why not? I need to try and remember that one. I will try and remember that. Obviously, when I go into Tesco, I'm more interested in the craft range that they've got now. But yeah, and Craft Beer Specialist is saying hello. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. I need to watch some of your videos, actually. I'm sure I've seen your channel floating around. But yeah, so we've got, as I say, that was the 6 beers from All Good Beer. And I have 28, I think it was, from... I bought 28 from House of Trembling Madness. So in total, I think I've ended up with like... put 50 beers from them. I think I ordered like 50 beers from House of Trembling Madness. That's a bit crazy, but still, it's got the money to do it. It's a bit cheaper than Scandinavia, and I've still got some Swedish beers waiting for me over there. So there will be a bit of an epic unboxing when I go back to Sweden as well. It's just too much beer. And I was actually hoping that in 2021, sorry, I would be able to get rid of doing 2 reviews a day. Obviously, it's not going to happen until I get back to Sweden, but now, just because of when I'm going back, it probably is going to have to happen. So we'll need to just see. But yeah, I didn't order too many from the local Småskalit for January. But as I say, you'll see those when we come back. But yeah, let's get cracking on the second, the smaller of the two. Yeah, the smaller of the two boxes from, how do you say? From, what do you call it? My brain is terrible today. From the House of Trembling Madness. So yeah, these guys, an awesome beer shop based in New York. The English beer tubers, some of whom are watching, tell me that these guys are probably the best value beer shop in England, actually, and they've got a great web shop. If you order over 75, I think. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, and yeah, they always give you a bit of sweets as well. Popping candy. Give that to my dad. I'm not a great fan of popping candy, but yeah, they always give you a little sweetie as well, which is great. I say a wee sweetie. Oh, we will have these though. We will be having these Haribo's Tangfastics. Love it. You don't get? Do you get these in? I can't remember if you get these in Sweden. You do get. I don't really buy Haribo, but I do like cola bottles. I'll say that. Yeah, makes sense when I like cola. So yeah, okay. They give me 2 packets. Yaldi, absolutely yaldi. So yeah, got all of this crazy stuff. Shame I don't have like a hamster or something. Oh, you kidding me on? What is the point in that? What is the point in this? Wait a second. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. They've got another wee box inside, and it's from Brew York. Have they given me this box just because? Have they given me this box just because it's how do you say? Just because it's marked Brew York and they can't have it going out as just because they can't have it going out as unmarked as House of Trembling Madness. Is that what they've done? No, this is just a plain box, this one. I bet you that's what it is. They don't want to send me a box just with Brew York on it. Save the trees, guys, come on. But yeah, so it was a box inside a box. Madness. Look. Madness Belgian, isn't it? It's Belgian. It's from a foreign brewery. English beers for English people. But it's a Belgian twist. It's fucking foreign, isn't it? Yeah. I love that. That is brilliant. Yeah, no, right. I'm going to take away my complaints about the Belgian box. Not about the Belgian box, about the box in a box now. Just for that. The Belgian beer from a Belgian brewery, a Belgian beer from an English brewery, that's worth it. I love that. I need to cut that sign off and keep it. Madness Belgian 12-pack. Yeah. Well done, House of Trembling Madness. You gave me a smile. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, we've got a few more comments. Yes, Pretty Little. Oh, is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? A certain porter beer. Is that? Is that what I think it is, Celeste? This stream is like Brazilian money. Oh yeah, purple, absolutely, brightly coloured. Still never figured that out. But yeah, let's get out the Belgian Madness 12-pack. But I suppose the thing, the kind of parallel thing, the parallel that we can draw here is, I think this brewery, or this particular pack rather, this pack, it says 12 on it, but there's only 6 beers in this, so it's another one that can't add, you know? Yeah. Okay. So let's go for it. Oh, this is like shredded. Look at this. This is like shredded beer labels. Look at it. You can see that is. Oh shit! What brewery is that again? Flying Dog. That's it. Look, they've shredded beer labels and used that as their thing. That's weird. I wonder why they got a bunch of beer labels. But yeah, that's Flying Dog's 30th anniversary beer. They've shredded the labels and put that in as their kind of packaging. So yeah, oh right, and the beers aren't wrapped or anything. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Now I can show you some of the beers after I've had another Tankmatic. Right. So first up, Dea from Cheltenham. Into the Haze. 6.2% New England IPA. I just wanted another. I think the last beer I had from these guys was the Tappy Pills. And I just wanted another New England IPA from them. So I thought, why not? These guys do some awesome stuff. I think Adam gave me the invoice me for the microphone. Am I remembering the name on this one? Yeah. I like this one, but yeah, this one, 6.2% New England Hazy. That will be very, very nice, I'm sure. Let me move that forward a wee bit. So, yeah, this is a brewery who, after I was in Durham for a little while, they started to change the way they do things. So this one, Sonnet 43. How do you do, fellow kids? So yeah, this one is a New England double IPA. 8% ABV, and this is supposed to be a very good beer. I just looked at this brewery because I saw their badge on the House of Trembling Madness, and I thought, well, this is a brewery I've been hearing a lot of good things about, and yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, Sonnet 43. Very curious to see how this one turns out because it's a brewery I was very close to. We've got a few more. Yes, it is. Oh, here we go. Yep, absolutely. Cheers, John. Box of beer, hell yeah. Oh, Jesse, nice to have you along. Nice to have you along. Do a review of the Tesco beer and say you would rather drink your own piss. The question is, would you rather drink my piss? Absolutely. Always, always keen for a bum. Always. Always, absolutely. I've been learning a lot about myself over the last little while, you know. I apparently fled to Sweden to live under communism with my Indian boyfriend. And then what else did I do? What else did I do? I can't even remember now. I'm a member of Antifa apparently as well. That's the other thing. Yeah. Fled to Sweden to live with my Indian boyfriend, became a member of Antifa, and now I'm just a stalker hater. And then I'm a Scottish twat in Sweden. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. Love it. But what t-shirt is that? Let me get rid of the comment. It's Sabaton. Sabaton with a Scottish flag on it. So it's Scottish twats in Sweden. That was it. Scottish twats in Sweden. But yeah, I love Sabaton. Bought this t-shirt when I saw Sabaton with my friend a few years back, actually. Bought him a ticket for his birthday and we went. And it was great. And of course, we had a bum afterwards. So yeah. S43 are good by judging from what I've had, man. Yeah, heard that. Damn busy, man. Oh yeah, absolutely, Jesse. Been doing lots of stuff other than being a hater and a troll. Good band, absolutely. Love the metal. But yeah. Next one. This is one that Adam, I know, very nearly sent me. The Steady Rolling Man. Paleo, 5.2% ABV. This is their kind of flagship beer, actually. This should be really nice. Curious about that. As I say, it's been a while since I've had Dea, and one of the things is, before Adam sent me this beer, even when I was in Durham, I actually didn't manage to get a hold of any of the Dea beers. I think until that one that Adam sent me, I hadn't done a dedicated review to Dea. So I thought, well, I might as well try and get a few in because I'd done a lot of Verdants, I'd done a few Norths and all of this. So yeah, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to get a few of these done, and they're fairly cheap. I think that beer was like $5, so wasn't that much. So yes, this is one that I know Harry was very excited for, and this is something obviously that Harry and I are very, very passionate about in our state of affairs. So back to Arbour Ales in Bristol. Breakfast in bed. That's not really what Harry and I like to do in bed, of course, according to certain people. And according to us as well, because we've just embraced it. We have just embraced it. This one, though, Breakfast stout, 9% ABV. That is an imperial pint. So that is 568 milliliters. It's crazy. 9% pint. You know, that's just stupid. It is just stupid to sell this beer in a pint, but that's what Arbor do, so you can't knock them for that. But yeah, I tried the My Little Sabroni from that was actually one I saw Harry review it ages ago, and he said it was good. Then Breakfast in Bed. So yeah, I like this one for sure. I'm just curious to see how this turns out. Actually, Arbor Breakfast in Bed, 9.5% breakfast stout. So have a bit of coffee in it. You guys know that I like a coffee stout. So there we are. There we are. And the last beer in this mini 6-pack is another one that I've heard is very good. And this is a brewery again that I just wanted to take the opportunity to try a few things from. So Donzoko Select Pils Tetnang. So this one, 5% ABV, single hop lager. The Tetnang region, of course, is in Baden-Württemberg. Which is it's the region in which Heidelberg, where I used to study, is located. So I just saw this one. I saw it's very highly rated, and I thought I would like to try it. So I will need to see if they have a Hallertau version, and it'd be cool if they did a few other ones. Like a Mandarina Bavaria, maybe a Sats one as well. Could be interesting to do a slightly Czech one. But these guys are doing some awesome lagers at the moment. Recently, of course, thanks to Adam, I reviewed the Northern Helles. In my last order, I had the Fest beer, and I do have another collaboration involving this brewery in this beer in this next box actually. So yeah, the Donzoko Select Pils Tetnang. So yeah, okay, good. So yes, we shall. I'm going to need to keep this box now just because of the Magnus Belgian. He's Belgian. Belgian beers for a Scottish twat. Not in Sweden, trapped in Scotland. Yep, there we go. Couldn't resist, guys. It just has to happen. So let's get that up there. Fill up again on the Tang Fastics. There we go. But yeah, a few more comments. Damn busy. Good. Oh yeah, we had that one. Good band. It'd be more fitting if it was a. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. My friend and I. He's more into like black metal and stuff than I am, though. He wanted to get there is a band called Pig Destroyer, and we wanted to go down to Oxford Uni, and we wanted to go down to Oxford Uni and just stand next to the college. I forget what college it was that David Cameron was in, but that was the idea my friend had, was to go down and just wear the Pig Destroyer shirt and stand next to David Cameron's college. But it's not really relevant now since he's kind of out of the public eye. But yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah. So, a few more. Oh, we've got Ollie from Pint Size watching. Nice to have you, Ollie. Fancy a bum? Ollie? We've got Craig. Steady in the fridge. Good beer to have. Going back to work. Absolutely, Jesse. Always nice to have you on. It's cool that you could pop in even for a little bit when it's so busy for you there. Hope your business and your business, the thing with the whole COVID-19 and shit in America, because it's just mental there. It's actually crazy what's going on in the States right now. So yeah, hope everything works out for you, Jesse, and I look forward to seeing you soon. I've got Jim from Australia. Howdy all. Yeah, Jim is from New South Wales, guys. So I need to watch a few more of your videos. I watched a couple of them, Jim. But guys, if you are interested in Australian beers, Jim has a nice channel. So go and check him out. Just getting started. I think I think how many beers do you reviewed, Jim? About 30 or something like that. 30 videos you've got. So yeah, make them out. Yeah, go and give Jim's channel a check out, guys, and see how he's doing. Eton College. No, that was his school. I mean the college that he was in at the college he was in at Oxford. Yeah, we were going to go there. I forget what it was called. It had a really strange name. Yeah, but it was the college at Oxford, Eton, yeah. Sam Smalley. Oh yeah, you've commented on a few of my videos, Sam. So hi from down under. And also, dude, 6:30 a.m. here. I'm cracking a beer due to coming off night shift. Well done. Are you working in healthcare, Sam? Yeah, I need to talk to my aunt and uncle. They're in St George in Queensland. Spoke to my uncle recently again. My aunt's she works for Queensland Health basically in the middle of the bush and nowhere. So most of their time I spend dealing with drunk people, actually. Don't think they've been hit too hard with the COVIDs, but yeah, awesome. But yeah, nice to have some Aussies along, actually, as well. I didn't think it would be time for that. But in fairness, I'm forgetting that in Queensland and certain states in Australia, they're 11 hours ahead. The Kiwis will be up as well. It'll be about 9:30 for them, actually. That's it. Yes, look. Brasenose College. Yeah, I always like the name of that. I always found that rather ironic when we're talking about that man. But yeah, Brasenose College. There you are. Thank you for that one, Waldo. But yeah, guys, let's crack on with the next part of this. Let's crack on with the next part of this unboxing. I need to decide whether to actually have a little beer tubers bum fest at the end of this, because I need to figure that out, because I think everyone was busy tonight, and I just wanted to get these beers out, get them into the fridge, and then start reviewing. I actually have to nearly finished it. I need to finish one of my assignments for a course that I did last semester, but we had 2 options to do the exam, and because I was focused on Swedish, I didn't do the first exam. I decided just to do the second one. So yes, let's have a little look at this then. I need a bit of cola first. So yeah, this will be 24 beers, guys. 24. Yeah. Okay then, we'll just go for it. Yes. So another new Scottish brewery. This is New Barns from Edinburgh, New Barns. So this one is simply their Pilsner. And again, this is me just going through a lager phase on the channel. And I wanted to have a few more of their beers while I had the opportunity. So yeah, Brewers of Leith. So yeah, New Barns, these guys used to work for Kernel. They've got a bit of, and there was guys from Beavertown working for these guys as well. So yeah, it's a four people brewery, this one, and I do hope I can get them on the channel at some point for a wee interview. But yeah, New Barns Brewery are doing some really nice kind of session beers, actually, basically doing what the Kernel did, but here in Scotland now, through in Edinburgh. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I have to say. Looking forward to more from these guys. There's another beer underneath here. And yes, this is a brewery that I haven't tried before, but this one may well have to wait. We'll see what happens. Probably the stouts that are in this beer meal, by the way, will take a little bit longer to come out. But yeah, Burning Sky, Before the Dawn, Imperial Stout. This one just kind of caught my eye, actually. This is a brewery I've really been meaning to review something from recently, but these guys are from Manchester, if I remember right. They're from the kind of Manchester region. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. But this is a brewery that have had some really good reviews, and I've seen the English guys going on about quite a lot. So I thought I need to get something done from these guys. But as I say, that beer might take a back seat. But yeah, 10.5% Imperial Stout, this one, Before the Dawn. I just thought this sounded like the most interesting beer that they had, actually, from these guys on Trembling Madness. And it was quite cheap. I think I only paid like a $5 for that. So I was just like, well, why not? Why not? There we go. Yeah. So yeah, first 2. Jim's saying thank you for the shout. Yeah, no worries. Always happy to support nice beer tubers. Not so much the asshole ones, of course, but yeah, I'm always happy to support new guys that are getting up and going. Especially, I might be out in Oz this year. We'll need to see how that works out, but I do want to try and get to Oz within the next year or 2 and visit my family. So yeah, it'd be quite cool to grab a beer or something like that when I make it out there. That would be pretty cool. There was a guy, when I first started, there was a guy called Tiny who was doing like Tiny's Brewhouse was his channel or something. Don't know whatever happened to him, actually. So yeah, did you get the Utopian beers? No, I didn't. I didn't order those because I had too much stuff coming already. So probably I'll try and do that in like September or something. I'll try and do that a little bit later. Really want to try the New Barns Export Stout. That should be a good one. Their table beer was okay. East Sussex. Right. Okay. It was quite cheap. Describes most beers on Trembling Madness. Yeah. No, this is what you guys have said to me. I've said this in quite a few videos. It's a very, very good web shop, that, guys. So if you are interested in English beers, House of Trembling Madness. Absolutely. Yeah. So let's jump forward with this then. Let's go for it. So yes, this one. North Brewing, Persistent Illusion. Now, I just bought this one because I wanted another IPA, a New England. And apparently, I think it was Adam that was saying this, or someone on the group chat was saying that Rob Hopson had been fapping a little bit about this one. So apparently this is a really, really good beer. Persistent Illusion, North Brewing Company. So yeah, I will review this one quite soon. I'll probably review this one and get it out pretty quickly, actually, because if it's that good, I really want to try this. If Rob waxes lyrical about it, he really loves this brewery, and if he was saying that this is one of the best ones they've done, I am very, very curious about that. So this will be one of the first English reviews that you'll see again over the next little while. So yes. Oh, yeah, this is one that I'm curious about. This is a brewery that's been getting a little bit of attention, and the English guys, again, were telling me that these guys do some nice stuff. So, yeah, Pentridge Brewing Company. I can't remember exactly where they're from. Derbyshire. So that's kind of like right in the middle of England almost, not far from Buxton and things. It's kind of like it's in that triangle between like Manchester, Liverpool, Sheffield a little bit, and then Bristol, if I can't remember exactly how far south it is. So it's basically right in the middle of England. But yeah, Pentridge Brewing Company, Jet Glow Moon, Imperial Black IPA, 8% ABV. This should be quite nice. You don't see too many black IPAs these days. They have been making a little bit of a comeback back in Sweden. It's a style that I love. I really love this style, and if they're done well, they can be great. So it was nice. I just got this one because, as I say, style I like, and you don't see it very often. So, kudos to Pentridge for doing this style. They had New England IPAs, they had West Coast IPAs. This is just the one that I wanted to try. Jet Glow Moon. Plus, it's got a space name. That's the other thing. If there's a new brewery that I want to try, quite often it just goes down to, the name of the beer or the art that's on it. That's it. So, yeah, whichever one kind of piques my interest. So, yeah. Let's get the last of my Tang Fastics. Yep, there we go. And yeah, this one. Aha. Right. This is one that I'm very, very curious about. I've never had a dark beer from these guys before. So this one is the second edition of Persistence's Utile Bitter Chocolate Edition, the Imperial Stout. This beer cost about £9, £10. But I was just like, I never really make beer orders and stuff, but yeah, 11% Imperial Stout. This one, this was one of these beers where I was just like, fuck it, why not? This was it. So yeah, it was just this was one I just really wanted to try. So nice to get. This will be nice to do my first Imperial Stout review from Cloudwater as well. This I think will be very interesting. But I know the English guys rated this one very, very highly. But yeah, let's have a look at the next one then. Yes, okay. Now, I got another Spanish beer. So this one is Garage. Am I remembering right? Are they Barcelona? Or is it somewhere else? Yeah, no, it is Barcelona, yeah. So Garage Brewery. This one was called Now in Yellow, and it was a West Coast IPA. And that was what got me this. You guys know I love my West Coast IPAs. I've had some really good beers from Garage in the past. And again, I just hadn't had anything from these guys in a while. And I liked the name. I thought it was pretty cool. There was a New England. There was a double New England IPA there as well. But this one just caught my eye as a West Coaster. 6.5% ABV. I really look forward to cracking this one open. Really, really curious about this beer. So, yeah, I think this one will be very, very nice. Now in Yellow, West Coast IPA. Garage beer, Garage Brewing, I should say, because there's the Garage Project down in New Zealand. And I always, I don't mix them up. Jeez, I don't mix them up, obviously, because of the geography. But, yeah, there's another very good garage brewery in Spain as well. Or Catalonia, we should say. So let me see. We've got a few comments there. So we've got John. Yes, I saw your comment earlier. Usually at the end of the day, I go through the comments before I go to bed, actually, or a few days later. But I saw this comment you made earlier. I don't know. Did I answer yet? I can't remember. But yeah. So when you sample a beer, do you recommend the temperature of the beer you're tasting, or is it just out the fridge? I usually just take it out the fridge. I'm not overly strict on that. I set my fridge to usually like 4 degrees, and by the time I set up the camera and things and get comfortable, probably the beer's increased to maybe, like, I would guess about 6-7 degrees, something like that. I would say that, probably for a lager beer you do want it a bit colder, and maybe about 5 degrees for a lager beer is good, but depending on what kind of lager it is, right enough. But usually about 8 degrees or something. 8 degrees, I'm sure I've read in a lot of places, is a good natural temperature for beers. Yeah, and I guess some people say that imperial stout should be like 10. A lot of the time you see on beers that between 8 and 10, 8 and 12 degrees. Usually that's what a lot of breweries recommend. But I'm not personally, pardon me, I'm not overly strict on that. It doesn't bother me so much, to be honest. But yeah, if it's too cold, you're going to lose out on a lot of the flavour, to be honest. If you have the beer chilled too much, you're going to miss out on certain parts of the flavour, and the beer will come out in flavour a little bit differently on the palate, I would say. But yeah, absolutely. Pentrich is between Derby and Mansfield. I'm not really good with my English. I know where the big cities are in England, but I'm not so good with the kind of smaller towns like Mansfield and things like that. So yeah, the first one was Blueberry, which had that one. Oh, okay. But I wanted to see this, but I had to make my dinner, and I just got in from work. I'll go and look at the Trembling Madness website. Absolutely. Are you wanting to get this one? Okay, right, I understand. From I take stouts out about an hour. Okay, that's probably a good time just to let them warm up a little bit. So yeah, usually with stouts, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour for me. I do like a wee bit of chill on the stouts, of course, unless I'm in the middle of a session. I forget. Yeah, no, that's it. As I say, I don't session beers. I don't drink outside of the tasting videos that I do, unless like I'm going to a brewery, or if it's someone's birthday, or if there's maybe a whiskey. Maybe every so often I would have a whiskey. So yeah, definitely. hmm But yeah, right. Should I save this one for later? You know what? Actually, no. We'll do the 2 Scottish beers just now, because all of the beers are English except 2. So the first one that I got, and I'm trying to remember if this is the one that I reviewed with Thomas. I can't remember. I think it might be the barrel-aged Imperial Cafe Racer. This is one that I just thought would be really, really nice to have a go at again. If this is the one I tried with Thomas, I honestly can't remember, because I think it might have been a black IPA we had with that I had with Thomas. But yeah, I thought it'd be really nice to have one of these. Don't know if I'll review it this time. Maybe I'll check and see if I reviewed this with Thomas. But yeah, we'll see about this one. But I thought this would be a really nice beer to have a look at. The barrel aged Imperial Cafe Racer edition, 9% ABV. This should be very, very nice. Just cool to get this one. That wasn't that expensive either. That was like £6 or something, which it'd probably be more expensive buying it from the Fierce Bar in Aberdeen, come to think of it. But yeah, the other Scottish beer that we got was this one. So the other Scottish beer was this one, another one from Vault City. So I'm drinking a lot of Vault City these days. Bramble and Coffee Sour. Couldn't resist that. I love berry sours, and I love coffee beers these days as well. Coffee IPAs and stuff. And this one, I just thought sounded really interesting. Bramble and Coffee Sour beer, 7.4%. Really, really unusual. So yeah, this will be very, very nice, I'm sure. So these were the 2 Scottish beers that we got. Scottish beer from an English beer shop. Yeah, there we go. A few more comments there. Let me see. Take starts unless I'm time in session. There is actually a favourite beers of top 10 for me. This is not going to work, but there is actually a favourite beers and breweries video already out there, Angus. So if you look for that, you'll find that favourite beers and breweries of 2020. You'll find that it was maybe published about a week and a bit ago, something like that. So you will find that. What's your favourite style of lager? Dunkel, probably Dunkel. I like, to be honest, I like all, and probably I don't drink so many Schwarzbiers and Tmavis, but Dunkel Cherny, I really like those probably. But I do really appreciate a good Pils and a good Helles. But yeah, Dunkels, I think. And although in fairness, the Doppelbock is a lager as well, so probably the Doppelbock. And then after that, the Doppelbock is probably my favourite one in terms of flavour profile, but the one that I would probably drink most would be the Helles, or Pils, kind of between those two. So yeah, probably Doppelbock followed by Helles and Pils. But as I say, I don't get to drink so many Dunkos. I wish I got to drink more. Yep. The non-barrel aged one. Ah, was it? I thought it was a barrel aged one actually. Oh, so that could be quite interesting. Yeah. All right. Banging beer, absolutely. Oh, which one? That was the Spanish one, I think. That was just when I brought Garage out. Absolutely. Or was that the? It might have been the Vault City one actually. But yeah, all of the Vault City stuff's very, very good actually. Waldo's correct. Ah, yep, yep. Okay. Thumbs up. And I love a Czech darker. Oh yeah, you love your black lagers actually. I like them as well. I think, to be honest, I probably prefer the Czech ones a bit more. I think that it's a style of beer that the Czech ones, which are slightly more kind of smooth and bready, if you like. I probably prefer those. I prefer a Czech Tmavi to a German Schwarzbier. I would say that. But I suppose Kustritzer is quite a nice one. But I really do think the Schwarzbier is very nice if it's just got a bit more breadiness to it, a bit more kind of nice brown rye bready sort of flavour. So yeah, that would be an interesting video to do, is go to a few places in the Czech Republic, Adam. Beer tubers do Czech Republic, do the lager beers. Yeah, I would love to do some more Tmavis and stuff. There we go. So it's an ice bock, technically a lager. Well, if a bock beer, bock is a lager because it's a bottom fermenting yeast, and it's cold temperature fermentation. So again, like 10 degrees or something. So I couldn't tell you. I mean, the Germans have got very strict regulations on this, but technically, I think yeah, because the beer that is treated is a lager beer, but obviously it's freeze distilled basically, or the ice bock method. So yeah, technically, I think. Don't quote me on it, but technically I think an ice bock is a lager beer. So yeah, the bock beers, I always like the story of the bock beers. Town in Germany called Einbeck, and they took their beers down to Munich. They had a slightly different accent, the people from Einbeck, so the Münchners, the Munich people, basically made fun of the Einbeckers and started, when they said Einbeck, it sounded like Bock, so they started calling the beers Bock beers, and Bock, of course, in German means goat, hence why you've got goats on all of these beers. I always quite like that story. Oh, yes, Davor, absolutely, but not all Rauch beers are ales. Not all Rauch beers are lagers. I mean, Schlenkerla have the Weizen. That's an ale, that's not a lager. But yeah, no, Davor makes a very good point. Yeah, the Schlenkerla, the original one, yeah, the Rauch beers. Yeah, Davor makes a very, very good point. Absolutely. I love that. That's the best troll ever. Hackershaw Munich and Lovenbräu Oktoberfest are brilliant. I've reviewed all of those actually. I got the Hackershaw one done. That was the last of the Munich 6 that I had to do. And Lovenbräu I reviewed a few years ago actually. So yeah, I do like my Oktoberfest beers. I need to review some more from Hackershaw though, and a few others from Lovenbräu. I've only reviewed 1 or 2 beers from Lovenbräu. But yeah, been to Prague twice before. I've been once, but I also went to Olomouc. But Prague was nice. Prague was very nice. I thought ice bock is a technique, not a style, but you can ice bock every style. That's a point, actually. Again, this is what I was meaning with technicalities. I don't know. I really don't know. But would you? But if you ice bocked a Weizen, would it not be an ice Weizen? I don't know. I honestly don't know about this. That's a really interesting question. We'll need to ask like a German brewer about that. A German brewer from the continent. Yeah. It's a very good question, that actually. Very good question. This is why I like having you guys on. You make me think about stuff. Yes. Now, this is one that caught my eye as well, because I remember these guys always did some nice dark beers back in the day, but these days they're getting a lot of attention for their IPAs. Pressure Drop Brewing. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. This is how I feel when I get bullied by the trolls. This is how I feel. But yeah, yeah, this one, maple coconut and chocolate imperial granola stout. I thought this sounded really interesting. I like the name of it as well, and it was literally just like, this again wasn't that expensive. This was like £5 or £6 for a 10% imperial stout. I thought that's just mental. So I was just like, well, don't get the chance to review English beers all that much. Let's just go for it. Why not? Yep. And here is the other one. This is the one that I was curious to try. And it was the name that really got this one for me. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference to this one, Donatello's Disco Night. 8%, 8.5%, sorry, New England double IPA. And the hops in this are Idaho 7 Mosaic and Brew 1. Idaho 7's a lovely, lovely hop, actually. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this one, Pressure Drop Brewing. The nice thing is, I've actually got beers here that, for the most part, I've already got the notes for the breweries done. So yeah, I've got the notes for the breweries done. So should be quite neat. I should be able to fire through quite a few of these and share them with my dad, which is quite nice. But yeah, I've got a few more comments. I'll bring this beer out, then we'll have a look at those other comments. But yeah, yes, this is a brewery that close to Adam. That yeah, in the last box we did, I never got to try something from Top Rope, actually, from Top Rope. So yeah, Top Rope, very, very close to Adam. The Imperial Canadian Destroyer. I just thought this sounded really nice. The Maple Pecan Imperial Stout. But I think, Adam, what style are these guys best known for? Is it hazies again? New England hazies? But yeah, I just wanted to get something done from this brewery because I know that you speak very, very highly of them. So yeah, the Imperial Canadian Destroyer. I think this one will be a bit of a beast, actually. 10% monster beer, this. But yeah, that was quite cool. Yeah, this is one that I wanted because I did actually look for the other breweries from your neck of the woods, Adam, actually. But yes, so the same way Brewdog Freeze Distill a Belgian Gold Nail, but that's not an icebox, surely. Yeah, that's what I would think, to be honest with you. That is what I would think. That it's not. You don't call it an icebox. I think Valdo's right in that it's called the iceboxing method. But yeah, not all beers that are iceboxed are icebox. That makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So James, you love the opportunity to review an English old style stout from the big regional brewery, or maybe something from big Scottish brewery. What beers are you meaning, Severio? What beers exactly are you meaning there? Which one are you meaning? I'm not sure. I think I need to do a review of Tenants. I've been getting asked to do a review of Tenants, so I'll need to do that at some stage. But yeah, Donatello is the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So yeah, I honestly I can't remember. I can't remember all about the different ones, but I used to love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I need to get back into that. Maybe I mean freeze distilled. Maybe, actually, I think the iceboxing method is a little bit different from freeze distillation, if I remember rightly, but they are sort of interlinked. I can't remember all about that. But yeah, a good beer from Pressure Top, Donatello Disco Nights. Yeah. Oh, you've had that one. Nice. All right. And James, yeah, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. How's it going? Okay, good. Yeah, you go and check out his guitar covers. His guitar covers are awesome. So yeah, nice to have you along, man, as well. Good. Right. Great. Yeah, okay. So let's kind of continue on with this. I need more cola. I really do. Yeah, let's look at this. This is a brewery that I'm very much, a beer that I'm very much looking forward to. Have you tried anything from Air Brewery? Air Brewing. I had a few beers from Air Brewing when I actually went to see the Powers play in Ayr. So if you search the breweries on the channel, because there are ones from Ayr Brewing, Orkney Brewing, and Kelburn. All of those breweries are in the channel. So if you go into, as I say, if you go into the, how do you say, the channel and search a little bit, you will actually find them. There's, what was it? What was it that I had from them before? Let's see. Now you're asking, Johnny, honestly. You're asking. I couldn't tell you. I think it was the Black and White Ale. I think it was the one that was brewed for Ayr Football Club that I had. Then I think I've reviewed pretty much all the stuff from the Orkney Brewery, apart from the very strong one, if I remember rightly. And I did have one from Kelburn. I forget, maybe one or two. I can't remember. Yeah, but Top Row. Top Rope is Mold, very North Wales, as both brewers owners are from and live in Liverpool. But yeah, but that particular beer keeps selling out. Okay. So I've got a good one then. Nice to know. Icebox are not simply stronger Doppelbox. No, I don't think they are. I think they are a little bit different. Top Rope near Polly's. Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't realise they were actually a Welsh brewery, Top Rope. But yeah, that was another brewery that I remembered. I think you sent some Top Rope to Bullman. I remember you sent some Top Rope to Bullman actually in his box. But yeah, for this one, we go to track If You Lose Me, Gold Top, Double IPA, Citron Citra, not Citron, Citra, Nelson, and Enigma. I'm going to really enjoy this. I love Nelson and I love Enigma. I really want someone to do a single hop Enigma double IPA, and or just an IPA would be good as well. I just want to get Enigma on its own. It's a beautiful hop, that, from Australia, and it's nice to see a few more breweries are playing with it now, actually. So yeah, definitely looking forward to this track. If You Lose Me, that'll be awesome. Yeah. Oh, let's have a look at this one then. And yeah, another Alpha Delta. Right, Alpha Delta. So this one was, how do I pronounce that? Erin, West Coast IPA. 7.5% ABV, sorry. So yeah, again, this is one that I just wanted to, this is another brewery I just wanted to get a hold of something from, again, because I had their milk stout recently over in Sweden, and yeah, I thought it'd be nice to try an IPA. They had a few hazies, but obviously if it's hazy versus West Coast, probably I'm going to go for the West Coasters. Probably. Yeah, the next one then. Oh, yeah. New Barnes, plain dark beer, the strong export stout, 11%. Was it Adam? Is this the one you said you wanted? This one. This is on House of Trembling Madness just now. I didn't want to say anything until I found the beer, but yeah, is this the one you mean? The plain dark beer, the strong export stout? Yeah, 11%. This is the strongest beer that these guys do, from what I gather. But they do have another low alcohol stout. So yeah, it's nice. It is quite nice. But yeah, this one I think should be a really awesome beer from New Barnes, actually. Yeah, looking forward to these New Barnes ones. Absolutely. I've got a few more comments in there. Sold lots of Kelbinaires in the pub I used to work in. Popular stuff. No, it is absolutely. And we've got Julie. Oh, Julie, nice to see you. Awesome. Nice to have you watching, Julie. About 5 to 10 minutes from Polly's. Don't tell Harry. Oh yeah, Harry doesn't like these guys for some reason, does he? Is it just the price, Adam? Is that why he doesn't like them? Because they are a little bit pricey, aren't they? The name refers to the process of freezing and concentrating the beer. It's not a statement on alcohol. Yeah, exactly. I think they freeze it and take the water out and then concentrate. They concentrate the thing. Yeah, because the freezing point of alcohol is, if I remember rightly, it's lower than water. Yeah, I should remember that. Yeah, it's lower than water. So yeah, they basically freeze the water, lift it out, and then it leaves you with a more concentrated ethanol. But yep, that New Barnes, waiting for next payday. You can order them direct from the brewery. I think New Barnes, I think you get a mixed six from them. You can make a mixed six, and you'd get that for a little bit. But I suppose payday's at the end of the month, isn't it? So. Yeah, we get paid in Sweden on the 25th. You guys get paid at the very, very end of the month. So yeah, waiting for payday next week. Next week it's not so bad. They have good beer at Hofbräu in Bamberg in Germany. Yeah, I've had one or two from Hofbräu in Bamberg, and those guys are pretty good as well. Also, hi. Yeah, no, Dominic, nice to have you along. I think Alpha Delta are definitely worth the price. Only had a couple of beers from them, but they were both top drawer. Yeah, their beer is good. But I think the reason, I'm sure the reason that Harry has a bit of an issue with them is that I think compared to the other breweries that are very good, they are a bit more expensive. And I think they were just selling their beers at like £1 or something, £1.50 more than the likes of, the Verdants, the Deas, and all of these kind of guys. So don't quote me on that. I don't want to put words in Harry's mouth, but I'm sure he said something along those lines. I'm sure he said something along those lines. But yeah. Yes. This is a brewery that I've not had in a wee while as well. Where are these guys from again? Nottingham. Yeah, Nottingham. So yeah, where Harry used to study. So yeah, the Divine Elements Mosaic IPA from Black Iris Brewery in Nottingham. So yeah, this one I just thought would be quite interesting. Again, it's a brewery that I'd heard of before, but didn't manage to have something from. Mosaic IPA, orangey leaning IPA. I just kind of thought, why not? And again, not such an expensive beer. And then when you can get free postage on these things, it was just a case of, yeah, why not? Absolutely, why not? Yep. I'm not a massive fan of Alpha Delta. I think their IPAs are very average for the price, although I've not had any of their darker beers. I was quite impressed with the darker beer, but it was quite a big, rich thing, but it was very, very smooth. I don't think it was quite as good as, the Amundsens. One of the best stouts I've ever reviewed was the Amundsen. Yeah, one of the best stouts I've reviewed was the Amundsen Viking Brunchfest, and that was very, very impressive. So yeah, that one. That was probably the best one, but I didn't think the stout I had from those guys. I don't know if it was one of the better ones they did, but it was nice enough. It wasn't a right home nice, if that makes sense. But yeah, Harry got annoyed that they set their price higher as soon as right, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. So before they even, just as they started brewing, they put their price up without really letting the market kind of dictate. So I suppose, yeah, that is a bit kind of strange to do that, yeah. But 7 in the morning, and this West Coast IPA has just slid down. Man, loving this. I'm loving the West Coasters, but I just wish they were a bit more bitter, like they used to be. A lot of these West Coasters are not bitter in the same way that the style used to be. Definitely not. But yeah, I love a West Coaster. Although if someone's got a recommendation, I'd be more than happy. Well, we'll see how my one goes. We'll see how that. What was it called again? Where is it? This one. We'll see how this one goes. The Irene. This should be quite nice. But yeah. That's true. Amundsen are stout wizards, though. Yeah, they do some pretty nice stuff, actually. Brewski in Helsingborg, close to me in Skåne, they've got some very nice stouts and also some very nice Berliner Weisses just now. Of course, you've got Omnipoyo. You've also got Dugges in Gothenburg. If you come across some Dugges beers from Sweden, you probably will pay a bit more for those. But especially if you find a coffee stout. If you ever find a coffee stout from Dugges Brewery in Gothenburg, in Sweden, you will enjoy that, but just be aware they will be a little bit more kind of pricey, to be honest. So yeah. Right, have we got everything from there? Yes. And yeah. Couldn't resist this one. Could not resist this beer. Pentrich Brewing once again. Ancient Pixels Scotch Ale, 9%. Yeah, I love a Scotch Ale. This could well be one of the first English Scotch ales that I've had. I don't think I've reviewed many Scotch ales from England. What I need to do on the channel at some stage is make playlists of different styles. I mean, obviously the big playlists are going to be the West Coast IPAs and the New Englands and so on. But I really do need to make a playlist for some of the different styles so people can just flick through. That's a project for the channel. Maybe I'll get round to in the summer or something. But yeah, Scotch ale at 9%. ABV, this one, Ancient Pixels. This should be quite nice, actually. I've no idea what this brewery. I think Adam was saying these guys have been getting a lot of hype at the moment, but yeah, this one I think should be a really nice beer to try a little later on. Sorry, I'm getting messages through the group chat and things. The group chat's going a little bit crazy. You see. See, there we go. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this one again. Looking forward to that. Yeah, this is quite nice. This one should be quite nice. Yeah, this is the other one that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I thought this beer was a collaboration with... I thought this was a collaboration beer. The Cold Condition Pilsner beer, lager beer, from Wylam Brewery. I thought this was a collaboration with Don Zoko, but it doesn't have Don Zoko written on the can, actually. That's a bit strange. But this one has Huell Melon and Hallertau Blanc in it. So this, I think, will be a really interesting beer to try. As you know, I've been loving my lagers. So this was another different thing from Wylam. I'd reviewed the Tales of Magic Puck a little while ago, and that was a lovely, lovely beer. So curious about this one. This has been out for a little while, but it just caught my eye. This one was like $3.50 or something. So again, I was just like, yeah, I want something else from Wylam. There we go. So yeah, we're getting a few more comments in there. So many of the Westies lack the oomph and bitterness, dark and resin. Absolutely, definitely. I always, a beer I always liked. It's like the larger produced one in Australia, but I always enjoyed Little Creatures IPA, the green one, the green labeled one. But as I say, when I was in Australia back in like 2015, there really wasn't that many breweries. I mean, Moonglow, is that what they're called? Moonglow, the one that have the pig, was it? They had the Love Tap, which was a really nice dry hop Pilsner beer. I thought that was very good. I had quite a few nice beers from Australia, actually, but when I was out there, it was mainly WA and Victoria that were producing a lot of the really good beers, but the other states seemed to really have kind of notched it up over the last little while. It was quite difficult to find beers in Queensland and in New South Wales when I was there, but there were a few I mean, you had all the different bottle-os, but they didn't have such a good range from what I remember. What was the name of that big chain that they had over there? It had like an English name. It was that big. Was it Dan Murphy's? Is that what it was? Was it Dan Murphy's? Was the big booze shop chain actually? Yeah, it was difficult in Australia. It was like the States. It was difficult to buy like single bottles in Australia. You had to go to the very, very small shops actually. But yeah, the hustle is hard. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm thinking about this. Yeah, but I look forward to coming back to Australia. I need to look at a good web shop and just order the stuff in to my uncle's place in Australia. Absolutely. When I go there, I'll need to order a big box of stuff and just get it. But then again, I don't know how easy it will be to get it out to the bush and cold chained and all of that kind of thing. So we'll need to see. But yeah, the old style stout from the Sam Smith Brewery, or the Orkney Brewery, or Harveston Brewery, or St Medicine Gun, and so on. Harveston Brewery are from very local to me. I've actually reviewed most of their beers, but I need to have a go at the Ola Douvs. I've never done that. And there's loads of Orkney Brewery reviews all on the channel already, but I've never had a look at Sam Smith. That is something I do need to do. And we've got Vanessa. Yeah, Vanessa, nice to see you again, Vanessa. I need to grab a beer with Vanessa when I get to New England next year, actually. Definitely need to do that. But yeah, okay. So next one. This is one that I'm looking forward to as well. Verdant. This one. So this is a collaboration with Simply Hops and WHC Yeast as well, actually. This should be quite cool. So this one is called a Welcome U-Turn. West Coast Double IPA. Is it 8%? Is it 8%? Yes, it's 8% ABV. West Coast IPA from Verdant Brewing. Another style that I hadn't had from these guys, and I just thought this would be really, really quite nice, actually. So, yeah, very, very curious to see what this beer has in store for us, actually. Yeah, Welcome U-Turn. West Coast Double IPA. 8% from Verdant. Can't go wrong. Yeah, we're getting down to our last few beers, incidentally. And yeah, this is one that just caught my eye, actually. This just caught my eye. So the New Barns Brewery, once again, the oat lager beer. This is just going to be quite quirky, I think. I think this one should be really interesting. So yeah, the oat lager beer, 4.8% ABV. That will be I think this will be one of the first ones that I review. This probably will be the first new one that I review from New Barns, just because it's really unusual. A lager with oats and wheat in it. UK Admiral and UK Challenger. I think that should be quite interesting for sure. Where was the other New Barns one? Where did that go? We'll find it later. But there it is with the darker one. But it says, I didn't realise that it says on the back. What hops do they have in this one? Does it say? No, on the dark one, on the export stout, it doesn't say that. There it is. So yeah, the Pilsner. Does it say? No, it doesn't. Doesn't actually say what. Oh no, it's got Kalista. It does say it's got Kalista in this one. Did I just look at this wrong? No, it doesn't tell you on the dark beer what it's got in it. Maybe Bramling's Cross, or a bit of Fuggles or something. Yeah. Let's have a look at the next one. Yeah, this is a brewery. I actually bought the Millionaire stout from these guys before, but I'd already had it, so I gave the can to my dad. But I wanted to do another beer from Wild Beer, and this is just one that kind of caught my eye, the Lemon IPA. I think this might be a new version of an older beer that they used to do. But as I say, Wild Beer, I need to try and review a few more English sour beers at some point. I know there's breweries like Yonder, Little Elf Project. There's another one that Harry was going to keep a bottle of for me. They're one of the big ones, basically like the English equivalent of like Cantillon or something. But yeah, I want to review a few more English sours. So Wild Beer. I just thought the Lemon IPA, lemon, citrus, hops, mixed fermentation, 6%. I thought this would be really quirky to try. So again, why not? 3 beers to go. And yes, I just wanted something else from these guys. Vocation, Smash and Grab, Double IPA. This is one of their core range ones. And again, I just thought, why not? Why not, actually? So yeah, Double IPA, 8% ABV. So yeah, I think this one should be really interesting. As I say, I just wanted another beer from these guys to try. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. This will be nice. It doesn't tell you what hops or anything in it, but this one is an 8%er, another 8% double IPA. So, yeah, looking forward to this one, absolutely. And Yes, again, this is one that I just picked because I liked the name of it, and it was a brewery again that I hadn't tried anything from. So yes, Time and Tide, Time and Tide next to Craig at Kent Beer Reviews. 8.4% Imperial Chocolate Stout, the Atomic Space Beer. I think this one will be quite interesting. So yeah, and this was cheap again. This was only like £5 or £6 for. It's 8%, 8.4%, right enough. So not one of the more. Yeah, not one of the more, brain's not working. Not one of the more kind of punchy imperial stouts you're going to come across, right enough. But still, I think this one should be a pretty impressive beer. So yeah, chocolate stout. This chocolate stout. Yeah, Time and Tide. These guys. Is it? Where in Kent are they from? Where in Kent is it they're from? Deal, apparently. But yeah, these guys are out. They're a bit to the south of where Craig is, I think, if I remember rightly. They're from around there. Yeah. And then our last beer, guys. Yeah, another Pomona Island one, actually. Astronomy Domain. I've actually not reviewed the other beer I got from Pomona Island, but these guys seem to be doing a lot of adjuncts and lots of kind of sour beers and stuff like this. The peach and coconut and vanilla double IPA. Yeah, this will be quite cool. So it's a Sabro and milk sugar double IPA. This will be like a kind of milkshakey fruit adjunct to IPA, but I like the name, Astronomy Domain. But yeah, I need to update my notes for this brewery, and then I can review the two beers that I've got from these guys. But I think that is everything. So yeah, there we go. 3 boxes unboxed for you now. There we go. So yeah, 3 boxes unboxed for you there. And that is it. So yeah, we've got 1 or 2 more comments with regards to online web shops. Who do you and Mersey Beers think are the best price range? Trembling Madness, Rad Beer, Honest Brew, Hoptimism, Flavorly, and Premier Hop. Any that I've missed? Adam's probably better to ask than me, but I was very impressed with Trembling Madness. Really good range, fast service. And just a great, as I say, great selection. The beers have been very, very impressed with these guys. I think we need a web shop. We need a decent web shop in Scotland. We've only really got Beer 52, but they don't really have the kind of, bigger beers, if you like, from a lot of the kind of English breweries and stuff like that. So yeah, we do need a good web shop based up here in Scotland. But again, while the UK still exists in the form that it does, I think that's quite unlikely to happen, to be honest with you, because it's things just get put in a van and brought up here, and the Scottish breweries. Yeah, there's obviously just not as many of them. That's the thing. But the Scottish beer scene is starting to pick up. There's more and more breweries up here now, which is great. But how would you say? Craig's got an opinion on it. Yeah, Craig's a good one to ask as well. So yeah, Craig says Rad Beer and HTM. So maybe the next time I'm home, I might try a Rad Beer review. But the ones that you mentioned, Honest Brew had a really annoying website from what I remember. It was just really annoying to search for stuff, and it was, you would find stuff in the list that wasn't coming up when you searched for it. So I remember being really annoyed at that. Hoptimism, I think, didn't have the best website as well. Flavorly, I didn't play with. Premier Hop, I didn't play with them either, actually. So yeah, one of my favourite breweries had their 10% raspberry Sabro sour the other day, and it was insane. Pomona Island, was that Pomona Island Squeeze? And we had one day. It'd be funny to see you review some Gordon's Finest beer, or Beer de Demon, since you reviewed Tennis beer, just to compare for real craft beers. But Rad Beer, HTM, as we say. I'm forgetting about Wee Beer Shop. They've got a decent. Their web shop is actually quite decent. They might be poised to become the kind of. They've got the name for it as well. They might be poised to become a good web shop if they can open up like a warehouse location. That would be pretty cool, actually, to have a Scottish beer shop. So yeah, it's interesting. The Hop Shop in Aberdeen is decent. So I didn't know that one. That must be fairly new, actually. Is that a web shop as well, Greg? Need to have a look at that. That's something there. And then Pomona Island. Okay. So I used to go to Honest Brew 4 or 5 years ago, and they aren't as good more pricey, hence why I stopped using them. Okay, yeah, I've not lived in Scotland for like 7 years now. It's crazy to think. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. Beer merchants and beers of Europe. I would use, yeah, that's another good mention, Craig, actually, because I would use those shops if I wanted to get Belgian and German stuff. I wish they had a greater selection of Czech things, to be honest, because they've only got the big breweries from Czech. But then again, come to think of it, a lot of the breweries in Czech, a lot of the very small ones are brew pubs. So yeah, a lot of the small breweries in the Czech Republic are brew pubs rather than, kind of bottling breweries and things like that. The more American style breweries in Czech, like Matushka and things, are bottling breweries. But yeah, awesome. Yeah, but yeah, I would use those. If you want Belgian and German beers, then Beer Merchants and Beers of Europe are definitely worth checking out. And we've got Ingvi Lyngse. Greetings from Denmark. Have you tried the Moylan's Imperial Stout? No. Do you know a place? This is a good question, actually, Ingvi. Since you're from Denmark, I always used to like Ale Farm, and I always liked what's the other brewery that are difficult to get hold of now? Usually, when I go to Copenhagen, I shop at Kiosk, but Kiosk aren't getting a few things now. They're not getting Ale Farm. They're not getting so much of like Slow Burn for some reason as well. They're not really getting the Slow Burn stuff, which is disappointing, and they don't get Kaleidoscope either, which is kind of which is a bit strange. I don't understand why that is. But yeah, is there another good beer shop? I actually know of the one that's in Nuremberg. I forget the name of it now. Is it Hookeren? Hookeren is a good beer shop as well. But is there anywhere else? Are there any I know Fish and Beer in Amar as well. But yeah, all the different shops seem to have different things. Like, it's hard to find a good selection of just Danish craft beer. When I go to Copenhagen, that's what I want. I want to pick up the Danish stuff. And Kiosk has always been good for that, but they seem to favour the more sort of American breweries and stuff just now. So yeah, I'd love to get more. I'd love to find a supermarket or something in Copenhagen that's got a bunch of Amar, a bunch of Flying Couch, a bunch of Bad Seed, all of these kind of things. Ghost Brewery, I missed out on one of their stouts that I really wanted. I was annoyed about that. So yeah, that's one thing. So Ingve, let me know, is there a good place? You might not be based in Copenhagen, right enough, I'm assuming, but yeah, is there a good place that you know of in Copenhagen that would have all of these things, or even a web shop? A good web shop for lots of different Danish stuff would be good. Yeah, Gamma Brewing are based in Gørløse, which is northwest of Copenhagen. They're in Ølkollektivet with Ulsnigern, Dry and Bitter, and then themselves. So yeah, Ulsnigern is away up in the kind of northwest. But yeah, Gamma, I think their web shop only sells their own beers, and you can only buy like crates and stuff, if I remember rightly. I don't like paying for postage. I'm picky. I want like a properly mixed crate. How would you describe old-fashioned beers, if they're any different at all? Pardon me. Difficult to say. It depends on what kind of old-fashioned beer. Depends on what kind of old-fashioned beer you mean, actually. So yeah, not sure about that. Not sure. Yeah, no, I need to. I'm really not sure what you kind of mean from that. Let me just check if any of the guys want to join me for a stream. Otherwise, we'll call it a day at this, I think. Everyone was busy tonight, I think, anyway. But yeah, we've had a nice wee stream, I think. I've enjoyed this unboxing. I always enjoy these sessions because you guys can use them as Q&As as well. Let's see what everyone says, but there we go. So old-fashioned beers. When it comes to traditional beers, I would say for me, I like the German stuff. I love a good Pilsner. I like the Helles. I like the German lagers and the Czech lagers. I really enjoy those. Yeah, Helles, Dunkels. The Czech Tmavé I like a bit more than the German Schwarzbier. I enjoy a Vienna lager as well. I really like a good. I really like a good Vienna lager. Otherwise, I enjoy. What would I say? When it comes to English beers, the traditional English beers for me are all about the dark beers, the stouts and the porters. Not a fan of bitters, not a fan of the English golden ales. I did try a mild recently from a Swedish brewery, and that was really well done. But in fairness, the bitters and the milds and stuff that I've had have been from non-English breweries. So I maybe need someone to point me in the direction of some good English examples of the year. I need to try some of the Cornish ales as well, like the Tin Miners Ale and stuff like that. I need to have a go at trying some of the traditional examples of those. So that's definitely something for the future to look at. And when it comes to the Belgian beers, not a great fan of Bruins or Dubels. I'm not a great fan of those, but I enjoy a Tripel, I enjoy a Quad, and I also really like the blonde beers. Blonde would probably be my go-to style in Belgium, actually. And then we've got Armitage Shanks. He's saying I can't get hold of any Gamma at the moment, so they're one of my favourite breweries. So it's shit. Yeah, Gamma. I can pick those up. I can pick those up at Kiosk in Copenhagen, and usually we seem to be getting quite a few Gamma beers over in Sweden at the moment. But yeah, some of the Gamma ones that I've had in recent times, I think they've been using hops that are a little bit old, because you get a really kind of farmhousey, grainy sort of thing out of the Gamma beers at the moment, which is a bit unusual. I thought it was something with the yeast, but yeah, some of the Gamma beers that I've had haven't been quite as good as they used to be over the last little while. They're still really nice and very good beers, but I don't know what it is they've been doing over the last little bit. But that's a good one. Beerwolf and Iberia. I've not really looked into those too much, actually. Severio, yeah, those ones. But yeah, I've not really tried too much from those guys. But I know a lot of people have said about Beerwolf and Iberia as well, actually. Abrovarium, I need to make an order from those guys at some point in Poland. I would love to get an order from Poland in at some stage. Definitely one of the goals for the channel. But yeah, so guys, I think everyone is saying that they're busy not drinking tomorrow and stuff like that. So yes, I think probably what we'll do is we'll call it there, because we're getting close to the 1.5 hour mark, and I think that's good for an unboxing. This has been a bit of a longer one, because I've had quite a few things. I wasn't sure. I've got a bit of work and stuff to do, and I'll maybe film a beer before I get started on that and then sip on it as we go. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. 23 folk watching, which is quite nice, actually, especially for a midweek unboxing. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. It's always really nice to have you guys here on the channel. Again, thank you for the support. There will be a channel message video appearing. That'll probably appear. What date is it? I'll tell you just now. I've got a channel message video that I will publish on the 19th of this month. So yeah, in about 5 days, you'll see a channel message video, and then the just to let you guys know what's going on with the channel over the next year, what plans and stuff I have, and yeah, a few other things. But yeah, nice to have you guys on as always. A lot of you saying cheers at the end there. So yeah, thank you for your support. As I say, check out the channel message video in a couple of days, and again, you'll be seeing more of these English beers and stuff up here. I need to decide what to do with these, because I'm due back in Sweden on the 28th. That weekend, obviously, I'll go back and I will work on the weekend. So then probably from like the 30th or something, that Monday, from the 1st of February, I think, maybe the 2nd of February, you'll start to see some Swedish reviews again. We'll see about that. Maybe the 2nd of February, you'll start to see Swedish reviews, and then I'll try and stagger the other stuff. And on top of that, because there's a lot of Swedish beer to go through, actually, a lot of stuff. So yes, definitely. But yeah, probably some of the stouts I won't review. I need to get rid of the IPAs and the lagers and stuff first. So lots of good beers to come up. But again, thank you for watching, and you guys will see a channel message in a couple of days. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Always nice to chat with you guys a little bit, and I'll catch you guys on the next reviews and stuff. So till the next time, Slan just now, we will do an unboxing of my Systembolaget Små Partiers when I get back to Sweden. I might do that on the Friday that I arrive back, and yeah, we'll leave it there. But thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys very soon, and lots of good reviews to come. Cheers. There we go.